The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel is a refreshing take on personal finance, bringing a behavioral economics and psychology perspective to the table. This book is not your typical get-rich-quick guide, nor is it a boring finance textbook. It is a thought-provoking exploration of how our attitudes towards money shape our lives, and how understanding our emotions and behaviors around money can help us make better financial decisions. Housel begins the book by debunking the myth that money is purely a math problem. He argues that the way we think about money is largely determined by our beliefs, biases, and values. He uses compelling real-life stories and historical events to illustrate this point. For instance, he talks about how wealthy people who grew up in poverty often have an ingrained fear of losing money, while those who inherited their wealth often take it for granted. One of the main themes of the book is the idea that time is the ultimate currency. Housel emphasizes that money is a means to an end, not an end in itself. He makes the case that the most important things in life, such as relationships, health, and experiences, cannot be bought with money. Instead, he argues that the key to happiness and financial success is to focus on the things that truly matter and to use money as a tool to achieve those goals. Another interesting topic that Housel explores is the concept of risk. He points out that our perception of risk is often flawed, and that we tend to be more afraid of losing money than we are excited about making it. He suggests that one way to overcome this fear is to think in terms of probabilities, rather than absolutes. By recognizing that there is always some degree of uncertainty in any financial decision, we can learn to make more rational choices. The book also touches on the importance of investing for the long term. Housel explains that short-term thinking can lead to impulsive decisions and missed opportunities. He argues that the best way to grow wealth over time is to invest in a diversified portfolio of low-cost index funds and to stay the course, even when the market is volatile. Overall, I found The Psychology of Money to be a compelling and insightful read. Housel's writing style is engaging and easy to follow, and he uses a mix of anecdotes, data, and research to support his arguments. While some of the concepts may be familiar to those who have studied behavioral economics or personal finance, Housel brings a fresh perspective and adds new insights to the conversation. That being said, I do have a couple of criticisms of the book. Firstly, while Housel does acknowledge that there are structural barriers that can make it difficult for some people to achieve financial security, such as systemic poverty and discrimination, he tends to focus primarily on individual attitudes and behaviors. While personal responsibility is important, it is also important to recognize that there are larger societal factors at play that can impact one's financial outcomes. Secondly, while Housel does offer some practical advice on how to improve one's financial situation, the book is not a step-by-step guide. It is more of a philosophical exploration of the psychology of money, which may not be as useful to those who are looking for specific, actionable tips on how to save, invest, or budget. One of my favorite quotes from The Psychology of Money is, "Spending money to show people how much money you have is the fastest way to have less money." This quote really resonated with me because it speaks to the importance of living below your means and not succumbing to the temptation to keep up with the Joneses. In today's society, there is a lot of pressure to flaunt our wealth and material possessions, whether it's through designer clothing, luxury cars, or expensive vacations. But Housel reminds us that this type of conspicuous consumption is not only financially unsustainable, but also emotionally unfulfilling. Instead, he suggests that we focus on spending money on things that truly matter to us, such as experiences with loved ones or investments in our own personal growth. By prioritizing what brings us true happiness and satisfaction, we can break free from the endless cycle of consumption and find true contentment. This quote also highlights the importance of understanding our own values and priorities when it comes to money. It can be easy to get caught up in the allure of status symbols and material possessions, but in the end, they are fleeting and ultimately unsatisfying. True wealth and happiness come from living a life that aligns with our core values and beliefs, rather than trying to impress others or keep up with societal norms. Overall, this quote serves as a powerful reminder to focus on what truly matters in life, rather than getting caught up in the superficial and fleeting aspects of wealth and material possessions. I recommend The Psychology of Money to anyone who is interested in personal finance or behavioral economics. It is a well-written and thought-provoking book that will challenge your assumptions about money and help you reevaluate your relationship with it. Whether you are a seasoned investor or a novice just starting out, there is something in this book for everyone.